Good morning, mob family. Hello, hello. I hope everyone's doing well. I hope it's showing up well. Let's see who shows up today. Got 2 people so far. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Good morning, my family. Hello, Amanda. Hello, Diane. Welcome. Good morning, Paige. Hola. Hello, Peggy. Good morning. Good morning. I'm going to say good morning. You take that and apply it to whatever time zone you're in. Okay? Thank you. All right, hold on. I got to get my official greeter to come in. Z, where are you? No, you gotta come in and show your face. That was a greet and a laugh. Hello. Hello, Tanya. CC2, good morning. How's everyone? I hope everyone's doing well today. Good morning, Malcolm. Yeah, Outfidels. That's who we are. Outfidels. Oh, Jeanette, I always forget that you're like in the middle of the night. Thank you for always coming and hanging out with us during our mob TV, because you have to be up way, way late or way, way early. Audrey, good morning. The queen of questions. Hello. I hope everyone's okay. So, I've been having internet issues, but since we're doing this on the phone, we're doing it on the phone, which actually was a good move for us. It seems to be okay, but if we get funky, then you know it's because of that. Yes, Paige, she's in the back. Since we've been having internet issues, their schooling, I'm sure they're secretly very happy because the schooling has been all over the place. They get bounced out of classes, the classes drop, they get kicked. So we've been having issues with Spectrum. Let's see. Good morning, Jenny. If I missed you, I'm saying good morning to all of you. So the feed runs really quickly on the phone. Let me see if I can get it. I can try and get it on the on the computer. Hold on. Let me see. Let me test. Turn on. Oh, Zoya. No, don't worry about it, Zoya. I gotcha. Is it because I'm getting? Okay. Let's see if I can get the feed on the computer. Hold on, guys. One moment. Give me a second. Let me see. I'm gonna take a chance. Try it. It's been acting wonky. The one thing you think they'd make secure would be make the internet secure while all the kids are at home. But you know, hey, here it is. Okay, let's see. Yeah, but they're okay. But Jeanette, they're already home. Hello, Davina. Hello, Adrian. How are you? Good morning, Mark. All right, let's go over the announcements, our commercials. Pete just says good morning. Okay. Shout outs to the tribe. Most of who are in school right now. The older tribe is spread out all over the place doing their own thing. And my sister, who's, I think she's at work, but she may not be. They're locked down. She's in Virginia, and they locked Virginia down again too. And New York has been locked down again too. Shout out to Laura, who couldn't be here today. She just wanted to say, she says hello to everyone. If you all of the people on YouTube, hello. So we have a YouTube channel. Thanks, Chris Chrisman, because if you see us on YouTube, it's because Chris is doing his technomancy there. So support us on YouTube. Hit that like, subscribe button, and share it as many as you can. We have like over 1,000 people in the mob. Let's see, as of last checking, we have 1,379 amazing mobsters. So let's migrate a few of them over to our YouTube channel and have it increase. So support us on YouTube, like, subscribe, and share, please. Click that subscribe button, okay? Also, thanks to Carl Skoll, who gave me this idea. We're going to start a Patreon page. We're still kind of looking into it and kind of finding out the details and seeing what we need to do. Dolly's kind of looking at that right now. And But we're gonna start a Patreon page. I don't know what it entails. I don't know what it's gonna be, but that's where we're at right now. We've started the idea, and we're going from there. Let's see who else is. Hello, Jasmine. Hello, Robert. Hello, Tina. Good morning, Patricia. Hey, Ted. Good morning. So many people. So if I miss you, I apologize. It's because the feed on the phone moves really fast, so it's hard for me to keep track of the feed because it goes so quickly on the phone. Yeah, Jenny, it's not just Colorado. Well, New York is already in a lockdown, but most of the country is really locking down again. Davina, yeah, I heard about the UK being on the lockdown again. So, see, hopefully that time, I think guys are taking a month, so hopefully that'll help in that. Sorry, I apologize. We have 6 people. Hello, everybody on YouTube. In YouTube land, hello. Thank you, Jeanette. I really appreciate it. So we're gonna try our Patreon and see. I don't know. I subscribe to Mark Dawson's SPF interview, and he always has a Patreon. So we're gonna see if we could do a Patreon. And Carl Skull really gave me the idea. So you need to have a Patreon page, and I would support you. So I was like, thanks, Carl. Let me go. And I said, Dolly, we need to get a Patreon page. What is it? So I know what Patreon is. I know what's the purpose of it, but we have to make it so it works for the mob, too. Okay, what else do we have? Oh, Instagram. So don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Bitten Peaches. We have our Instagram page. I haven't put up anything recently because I've been really focusing on walking the razor. So I'll be putting up stuff on that soon. Okay. You don't know what Patreon is, Davina? Wow, it's a whole thing. It's a website where you could have your, I guess, supporters support you by donating money. So yeah. Oh, Jeanette says, so yeah, but you guys are down under, and you guys really knew how to handle this pandemic, Jeanette. So from heading to 700 cases a day down to 0, that is amazing. We need to follow that example. Jenny's answering you, Davina. It's a way to contribute monthly to a cause or a person. So there you go. Dolly, Chris has to PM him for Patreon info. Patreon info. Okay. Oh, let's have Dolly say hello. And you know, same way Audrey leaves me questions every mob episode. This is episode, what episode we are? Episode 36. Awesome. I urge you all to leave questions for Dolly as well. She says she can't wait to have questions from you guys. So please take a moment and leave some questions for Dolly. Dolly's gonna say hello now. Hello, say come over and say hello.
Hi everyone.
No, stick your oh, you see the disembodied voice of Dolly. Morning, Noah, how are you? So yeah, so that's what that is in terms of the just ask Chris, and that's what Patreon is. So we have our ZAZZLE store. We haven't added too much recently, right? We haven't added too much recently because Dolly's had her hands full with the kids and school and logistics. And this whole week it's been an internet madhouse. It's been bedlam. And so, but she'll add more stuff to it soon. We got more art to add and more things to add. So she's been creating stuff, but she just hasn't added it to the ZAZZLE store. But go to our ZAZZLE store. The link is on the mob page. And go pick up some swag. All right? Shout out to Jonathan Yanez, who just released a book yesterday, so pick up his book. And if I'm not mistaken, JL has a recent book out, an Ian Dex book out. Don't forget to pick up the anthology that Noah edited. I think it's doing pretty well, but I'm also going to put up the link. There's a charity that you can donate to for the anthology that's connected to the anthology. So all the proceeds of the anthology go to the charity. So don't forget to pick up the anthology. We'll put it up again. Join the newsletter. It's orlandoasanchez.com. Go there. Give me your email. You get 3 free short stories, and then I'll be sending you stuff regularly. And oh, BookBub. Some of you are on BookBub. If you're not on BookBub, follow me on BookBub, please, because that helps me get BookBub deals, I think, and so we can get more marketing for the books. Okay.
I have to say hello to Ayrton.
Oh, say hello to Ayrton.
Hi, Ayrton.
That's Dolly.
How are you?
Hello, Ayrton.
We should have a little Zoom with everyone so we can see everyone and the cutie pies.
I think so. And we can everyone, and we can bring all the kids, little and old. Let's see, the haiku battle. Yeah, the haiku battle, Heather, was me and Noah fooling around one day, and we did the haiku battle. So yes, okay. So listen, if you haven't gotten Quick Draw, the anthology, you need to get it. So please get it, because it's helping a cause of, like, it's helping other authors who are having trouble during these challenging times. But it's a good cause. So please go get Quick Draw, because you have, like, Noah pulled off this amazing coup, I'm gonna say. He's got Piers Anthony's in there, Kevin J. Anderson, Kat Rambo. You get these amazing authors in there. And some hacks too, like this guy Noah and John Logsdon and Orlando Sanchez, you know, these guys, you know. But you get some great authors in there, and the cause is an awesome cause. So please go get Quick Draw. And you have some new time authors. I think Malcolm, are you in there, Malcolm? Because I think Malcolm's in there too. So there are a few authors that haven't written anywhere else, and this is their first time. Get Quick Draw. It's worth it. Okay? All right, so let me give you the updates. Yeah, Chris, Noah did an amazing job getting the authors and editing it and putting it together, and now we just got to push the book to get it out there, so the anthology can do well. So let's get to the updates. Okay, so Walking the Razor is this is true, Jeanette. Yeah, Malcolm says even more of a coup. He's got me in it. Yeah, Malcolm's in the book too. So look at that. It's a revolution. It's not a coup. And you need so just to step back a bit, you need a book like Quick Draw, an anthology like Quick Draw, because it's a series of funny stories just in this moment of, like, madness that's going around the country, going around the world. It's just craziness. And it's good to be able to laugh. So yes, Tina, Dolly is the tech angel. She's learning technomancy. She's going up there. I mean, we can't really get to Chris's level, but she's up there. She's close. So yeah, Heather, I saw that opening story. It was excellent. I'm not gonna spoil it. It was excellent. If you haven't read Quick Draw, you are missing out. Go get it. Okay. All right. I like that robot from Ayrton. So okay, Walking the Razor is I want to say it's done, right? But it's not. But it's almost done. So usually I write about 53K around there. Usually, I got sound effects for that. So this book is currently right now 74K, and it'll probably be maybe another, between what's left, about another maybe 75K. It's like 74K and change, 74.4K. So it's a little longer than usual, but also because we had to kind of tie up what was happening in Dark Glass, right? There were a lot of ruffled feathers from Dark Glass, and we also had to tie in what's coming next with Requiem, which is the next story. So Walking the Razor took from Dark Glass and then also looked forward towards Requiem and allowed Simon to grow. So this is really a Simon story, even though obviously Monty's in it. But it's really a Simon story, and you'll see Simon grow. You start seeing to grow in this. The other shred, okay, so that's gonna come up right now, Davina. So They Bite, which is also the other story with Nyx and Acheron. I'm moving the art for They Bite to the end of the month, so that way there aren't two arts at the same time, because there's some people who want to be in one art, and if it's at the same time, they won't be able to be in both arts, because it's just, you have limited time. So what's happening is we're going to get Walking the Razor on Sunday, late Sunday, and then They Bite will be towards the end of the month. This month, though. So it'll be like the last week of November. Are we in the last week of November? Hold on a second. We're close to being in the last week. Yeah, so Walking the Razor will be the 22nd, and the art will close the 29th, and then the 30th, the art for They Bite will start. And that's a short art because it's a short book. So I wanted to do it that way, because that way you have one after the other instead of happening at the same time. I already heard from a few people that said I wanted to be in both, but I can't be in both if you release them at the same time. So we're going to stagger them so you can have both. And for those of you that are super speed readers, you can read them both fast. Malcolm says, have the recent books been running rampant? Seems you are having size issues. Ruler Council 3 and now this one. Dolly said the same thing. And she said, what's going on? Why are the books getting bigger? And I'm saying, well, because there's more story to tell? I don't know. So, yeah, you can definitely be in both shreds, Davina. Malcolm, to answer your question, I think it's because I wanted to, especially like in Ruler Council, because it was the last one of that trilogy, I wanted to make sure that I touched upon everything. And in Walking the Razor, because of the way Dark Glass ended, I wanted to make sure that all the readers had an experience where, first of all, Dark Glass feels resolved, and also because Walking the Razor had to do double duty of closing Dark Glass and opening up Requiem. So it was kind of this bridge in between both. So it was a little longer. And I had to kind of sprinkle in the hints for Requiem, but also tie off the threads for Dark Glass. So that's why. But and also I had more time to write it. So I gave myself a lot more time to write it, which allowed me to kind of, instead of this breakneck pace, stop a little bit and kind of explore and expand on other things too. So, but I always knew Walking the Razor was going to be longer. When I started, I knew it was going to be at least 70K. I said, I thought to myself about 70K. So there you go. All right, so who else? Okay, so next up is Nameless, Sepia Blue. For all the Sepia Blue fans, Nameless is the next book. And Requiem. So the same way They Bite happened together with Walking the Razor, Nameless is going to take priority because Nameless has to get done. Your Sepia Blue readers have been waiting about 2 years. I apologize. So maybe longer. How long was it? When was the last Sepia Blue?
How long ago?
How long ago?
2016.
Okay, so Sepia Blue readers have been waiting 4 years. I apologize. I'm so sorry. Okay, so Sepia Blue is next, Nameless, and concurrently with that, I'll be writing Requiem. But Sepia Blue comes out first because it's only been 4 years in the making. So it's been waiting for 4 years to be written, not 4 years in the making. So I'll write that, get that out for all of you. I still have to read now Demon. I have to read all the Sepia stuff. So I have my Sepia books here. Hold on. See. I have my Sepia Nightmare. I have to read Nightmare and kind of get back into the sound of that voice. So we'll see. Yes, Rebecca, more stories always appreciated. I'm waiting to see how Peaches is, hold on, because it's cutting off the feed. How Peaches deals with ink. Is there going to be an Ink and Peaches book? No, Peaches, ink is separate with the Black Orchid story, so ink isn't going to be in it. To my knowledge, I don't think ink is going to be hanging out with Peaches. But Peaches and ink won't be running into each other too much. Peaches has his own little crew. He has the Brew and Chew. So, but I'm sure they'll be bumping into each other at some point. Let's see. Who said I never participated in a shred? Can anyone join? Yes. And Dolly answered you. Yes, anyone can join. You have to be my friend on Facebook, and then I have to invite you into the private group for you to be in an art. Yes. Let's see. Obviously, I had to percolate to reach full potential. I don't know what that means. I'm guessing it's from something else. So, but okay, sure. Sounds like a coffee-related comment. I'm gonna go with it. Yeah. All right. So Requiem. So okay, here's what's happening. Nameless, which is the next Sepia book. Requiem, which is the next Monty Strong book. When you read the end of Walking the Razor, you will know where Requiem is going. Wendy, hello, Wendy, welcome. And then I'm going to write the second of the Nixia White trilogy, which is They Ran. They're short, they're little novellas, but I'm going to write them. So remember what I said, the Nixia White story I'm not going to release until all 3 books are done. All 3 stories are written, and then I'm going to release them all quickly. Okay? So there you go. Oh, Jeanette's setting up an M&S bingo. So if you have any questions about M&S bingo, ask Jeanette, because she has some really funny things that's going to make M&S bingo interesting. Let's see. Yes, Jasmine, you send me a friend request, and then I will take the friend request and put you into the art group because it's a private group. The reason it's a private group, some people have asked why is the art a private group, is because I released the entire book in the art, and it's for the shredders to shred, but it's the entire book. So this has no bearing on anyone in the mob or the art, but I have heard other authors who are very wary of doing that because they feel the book can be taken and pirated and whatever. I don't really worry about that with the art or the shredders because, you know, they're here to help me make a good book great. So it's not an issue for me. So if you want to be in the art, send me a friend request and I will put you in the art. Okay? All right, so let's see what else. Oh, the next audiobook, Jeanette already kind of announced it because she picked it up. Dragons and Demigods number, which is MNS 6, is out, ready, and so go get it. If you like Audible books, that's the book to get. So go get that right away. And the next audiobook, what's after Dragons and Demigods? Bullets and Blades? Mm-hmm. I'm asking Dolly like I didn't write them. So Bullets and Blades, the next audiobook, is in, I think, editing or productions. Is that the one that was?
It's Audible.
It's Audible. Yes, it's in Audible books. Should be at the beginning of December. Bullets and Blades and Audible will be out. So if you like the audiobooks, and every time I hear the first, because I have to hear the first 15 minutes. So every time I hear the first 15 minutes, I just want to keep hearing. I just want to keep listening to the rest of the book because it's almost like, even though I wrote the book, it's almost like experiencing the book all over again in a new way. So it's amazing. Kevin Collins is an incredible narrator. And so I'm sitting there listening to the 15-minute samples, and it's like I'm being transported into a movie. It's incredible. So I'm just sitting there like, wow, I wonder what happens next. Not rethinking, oh yeah, you wrote this, you should know what happens next. Not only did you write it, you read it again. So, but his narrations are fantastic. So especially I love how he does Peaches, and Dolly and I joke because all the women sound the same. They kind of sound like this and really, you know, really husky, and so it's like, so we make fun of that. But Peaches is a great voice. I mean, he makes all the voices fantastic. So I want a huge shout out to Kevin Collins, who he narrates them fast and he narrates them well. So let's see. Let's see what we got. So that's the next audiobook. That's the next situation. I know that I was supposed to do a character contest, but honestly, people, my brain has been so focused on walking the razor that I haven't been able to think of the right question for the character that dies contest. So I'll be giving it some thought over the next few weeks because I'll have less craziness happening. I won't be really focused on one thing. And then I'll create a character, because I have to go back. Now there's 12 books. So I have to go real deep for this character contest so that you can come in and die. So whoever wins it can die in the next book. So the character contest will happen, let's see, what's today? Today is the 20th? The 4th of December is our next mob episode. That's when I'll have the character contest ready. And I understand that this art is coming out during Thanksgiving. So listen, if you can't make it because of Thanksgiving, even though all of us are on lockdown, I totally understand. So, you know, here's the thing about the arts, the shreds. They're not obligatory. You know, I get that life happens. And some people are like, oh, I didn't get to shred. I'm so sorry. Like, you don't need to apologize. Life happens. And, you know, you shred the books that you can shred and you don't shred the books that you can't shred. It's okay. It's not like I'm going to be like, oh, how dare you not shred the book? Banned! You know, it's not going to happen. What is it, like Mushu? Dishonor! Dishonor on you! Dishonor on your family! Dishonor on your cow! No. If you can't shred a book, it's okay. You don't need to apologize. It's fine. Just, you know, you shred the next one. There's always a next book to shred. So don't feel bad that you can't shred a book. It's really okay. You know, I don't take it personally and I don't get insulted. Okay? So just go and, you know, shred what you can. And sometimes you can't even shred the whole book. You can shred half the book. That's fine. Also, there are questions to answer. The questions are really important. So if you can't shred the book, let's say, but you read it, you can answer the questions. They help me too because they give a different insight into the book itself from a different perspective. So yeah. Jeanette says, I have some mental health issues. I need to keep reasoning tight control. Yeah, I get that. Yeah. Some of my author friends think I'm insane because I listen to music as I write, and I listen to music like even the youngest Valkyrie was like, "Wow, that music is loud." Yeah, it's loud. The music that I listen to, even though it's trance music, vocal trance, it's loud because it drowns out the censor. It allows me to write. The censor is busy having a rave, and I'm writing. So it's awesome, you know? Jenny says, you know, cows are kind of shifty. So there may be something to hold. Yeah, cows are kind of shifty. I agree. So, you haven't seen any moments of Zen. I'm running out of stuff. We have like half an hour. We need to add more stuff. So you haven't seen moments of Zen because I haven't been walking. This week I didn't get to walk because I've been writing like crazy, like a madman. Huh? I need to speak slower. I hear I might be speaking a little too fast. How's this, guys? Better? So, the moments of Zen haven't been happening because I haven't been walking. I didn't walk this week. I've been training, but I haven't walked. And I like to do the moments of Zen when I'm outside, I'm walking, I'm doing my morning training. It's usually at 4 something in the morning, 5 something in the morning. You know, everything's kind of quiet. And the world is, it feels like the city's still kind of asleep. So I'll get back into it this week because now my schedule's a little less insane. So I'll be out there. Mel says a brief hello. He's in the midst of cooking a Massaman beef curry. That sounds good. You know, it'll make Dolly hungry if you say that. So, oh yeah, Jeanette, please, if it's the one that you wrote, that you sent me, please share that. That was so funny. So Jeanette is creating M&S Bingo. If you don't know what that is, it's bingo with Monty and Strong. So she wrote this little snippet of bingo taking place at Ezra's place. So please share that, Jeanette, because it's really awesome. It's funny. So and it brought the imagery right to my mind of like a bingo hall. So please put it up, Jeanette. Put it in the mob for sure. Yeah, Davina, he can friend me and we can discuss Transformers. I'm cool with Transformers. I like Transformers. And Noah, he should really friend Noah because Noah I think Noah has a huge collection of Transformers, the actual figures. So he can definitely speak Transformers with Noah. My Transformers knowledge is ancient at this point, but I still, you know, I can appreciate it and like them. You know, they're awesome. Tina's asking, oh, Mel, you got to send Tina a recipe. So, yeah. No, Jeanette, you got to put it as a post, not just here. Put it as a post so everyone can read it. Everyone should read this post because this is it. But put it up as a post, Jeanette, in the actual mob, in the room. So that way everyone can read it. And you got to kind of set up the context too. So, yeah. Oh, look at that. See? That's an awesome one, Jeanette. TARDIS that transforms into Optimus is excellent. Yes, please post to the group for sure, Jeanette. All right, what else do we have? So that is why you have not been seeing the moments of Zen, guys. So I apologize. So, what did we have back then? We had the scene. We should start doing those again because that little thing that Jeanette did was awesome. So let me discuss it with the mods because we have to find a way to regulate it and to keep it kind of contained so it doesn't get too out of control. But we used to have a little thing called the scene where I would start a scene and then another mob person would continue the scene and then another. So it's almost like an ongoing story. So we'll see what happens. We can all contribute to like a scene. So we'll see what happens. Yes, Cynthia, Zen happens when it happens. The moments of Zen weren't scheduled, but I like to have them during the walks. Rebecca asks, does Frank make an appearance? Where? In Walking the Razor? Only if he wants to get smushed, as Simon says. Frank comes up in Walking the Razor, and you get to know a little bit more about him. But when, and I want to say this without spoiling anything, when Simon visits the dive, it's not to go have a conversation with Frank. It's for another reason, but I can't say why. But it is for another. It's not to smush Frank. Smushing Frank would just be a side benefit because he was in the neighborhood. But that's not why he goes to see Gray. Oh, Jenny says my dog started barking at you and tried to steal my phone. Apparently, he approves of you. Dog is awesome. He must be. Maybe he's seeing peaches. That's probably what's happening, Jenny. So yeah. So, Davina, just give him my email. Just give Davina my email. Ayrton wants to send emails. So for sure. And we can discuss Transformers. I'm trying to remember the best Transformers movie I saw. Was an excellent movie. Okay, I'm on data. I was on Wi-Fi. Sorry, guys. So, yeah, like I said, technical difficulties. But we came back in real quick. Oh, you think your dog is reacting to my voice because he can't see? Oh, that's because I'm on the phone. Hello, what's your dog's name, Jenny? Hello, K9 furry baby. Hello. So, let's see. I don't know. Truth. I don't know what that means, Jenny. But okay. Oh, Ruger. Nice name. Ruger. Hello, Ruger. Here, boy. Ruger. That'd be funny if he started jumping around. Can you put your phone at different places during different times? Ruger, hello, come on, boy. Anyway, so anyone who watches this video is gonna be like, wow, he just lost his mind. So, yeah, I lost the feed too. Don't feel bad. I lost the feed for a little while, for like a few seconds, because we were on Wi-Fi, unfortunately, and I forgot to put it on data. But now we're on data, and we're on the phone, and welcome back. If you lost the feed. Thank you, Jenny. Tell Ruger he's a good boy. If you just came back, we were having a minor technical difficulty, not like episode 29 that we got lost. What happened? You're off? Oh, okay. So see if you could let's see how mine is doing. Yeah, it's there. It should be there. Are you back? Awesome. Whoa. So yeah, so that's what's happening. You guys have any questions? Because I have Audrey's questions. If I can find them now. Can you find Audrey's questions, please? I have Audrey's questions. We're going to get into the questions so we don't go too far over. Oh, see, I missed that. Tell H I missed that comment. But bam and pow, yeah. So tell him I missed that comment. We're going to go into questions. And if you have any questions, this is the time to ask them. But don't ask too many questions about Walking the Race because I can't tell you. I'm not going to give away any spoilers. Great to hear, Chris. I'm glad Chris is working that technomancy. So we're still live on YouTube. Awesome. Yeah, it was a small hiccup, so it looks like it was good. It's much more stable on the mobile device than on the internet right now, which is interesting. So, Dan, Mr. Awesome Fong, hello, good afternoon in your area. So you're gonna have lag over there because it's lagging over there. All right. Chris says, do I have one favorite movie of all time? Wow. Besides, okay, I have two that are tied for all time. Princess Bride and Tombstone. But also The Matrix is in there too. And if I keep going, it becomes a list. But I can narrow it down to two off the top of my head. Princess Bride and Tombstone. Both of which are referenced, if you can find them, in Walking the Razor. So, there you go. Wendy wants to know, would there be another Christmas special? Ooh, I don't know, Wendy. That one I wrote because I had the time to do it, to kind of squeeze it in, but I haven't had the time for that this year, I don't think. So maybe, we'll see. I'll never say never. Maybe, Wendy. Oh, let's see. Navina says Davina, how did you hurt your back? You gotta take it easy, okay? All right, so questions for today. Audrey, the question queen, you guys better step up your game because Audrey has questions every mob episode. So you guys better step it up. Audrey's bringing her A game. Malcolm, before I get to Audrey, because Audrey's I already have here, let me get Malcolm's question. If you could rewrite one book, which would you? If so, which one? Wow, that's a tough one, Malcolm. I think I would, if I could, I would rewrite Spiritual Warriors, but I don't think I'll ever do that because it's the inception. So I don't think I could rewrite that book and do it justice. Because when I wrote that book, I didn't really know what I was doing. So there's a lot of innocence there, a lot of like, you don't know what you don't know. And if I did it now, it would be with the lens of this is how it should be. And it's kind of raw and a little bit clunky, but it needs to be that way. So no, I wouldn't rewrite that. That's the only one that I would want to rewrite, but I wouldn't rewrite it. Okay. Dan Fong, one further. Favorite martial arts movie? Oof. That's a hard one, dang. Let's see. There's so many good ones, Dan. Because I can tell you all the movies growing up, all the Saturday afternoon kung fu flicks, all the Shaolin Temple and all the drunken monkey kung fu movies that were badly dubbed, so they sound like this. So you kill it, uncle, and then it would do this afterwards. So all those movies, and then all the recent fantastic martial arts movies. Oh, if I had to pick one off the top of my head, it's the Grandmaster with Tony Chiang playing Ip Man and Xi Jinping playing a Bagua master. That movie, it's an Ip Man story, but it's just a beautiful movie to look at. The cinematography is amazing, Dan. So if you haven't seen The Grandmaster with Tony Chiang, go watch it. It's excellent. But I enjoy all martial arts movies, and irrespective of the martial art being displayed. Chocolate is very good too. I know it's a strange sounding title, but if you haven't seen Chocolate, excellent. Seven Samurais, a classic from Akira, Audrey. That's a great movie. If you like black and white old samurai movies, that's a fantastic movie. They redid The Magnificent Seven is based on the Seven Samurai. So that's movies like that, but any martial arts movie I can enjoy. So it's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, basically, Jeanette, Akira, anything. So, I should do the unlip sync here to screw with that. Right? I can start saying, so you should really see this. And then, so, oh, you're lagging. Let's see what I got here. Okay. So Tina asks, aside from CC and Rags, is there anyone else who peaches with lick, not counting Simon? Monty. He's always promising to lick Monty. Not too many other people, because not too many other people want to get close to him. Or Simon wouldn't let him get close to too many people, because most people react negatively to a large hellhound coming near them to lick them. So that would be... It's a small circle. Oh, Ezra, probably. Ezra, I don't think he'd lick TK, but maybe. Yeah. Favorite noir detective. Let's see. Well, from film, it has to be Bogey, because Philip Marlowe is fantastic. Raymond Chandler, I don't know if you want to say redefined. I think he defined the genre of noir film and noir detective. So Philip Marlowe is fantastic. So I would have to say, yeah, and the way Bogey portrays him. But I've read some of Chandler, and it's really, Chandler's a fantastic noir writer. So yes. Davina says, Peaches will lick anyone who drips steak juice down their shirt. Pretty much, yeah. Dan Funk, Enter the Dragon. Enter the Dragon is one of those seminal films, Dan, that kind of started it all. So that goes without saying. In terms of, you could watch that. I can watch that on a loop over and over. Enter the Dragon, just to watch Bruce. And even Chuck in that movie. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to get to Audrey's questions now. What is the funniest typo you've ever written? That's the first one for Audrey's questions. It's a recent one. At least it's the one that sticks in my head. There's a typo that says, you have a seething undercurrent of mage, which is describing Monty. I have a seething undercurrent of mage. It was supposed to be rage, but mage fit really well, so I kept it in. And then I've gotten notes afterwards where people say, "Oh, there's a typo in this book. I think it's supposed to be rage," and it's like, no, it's mage, but it was a typo. But I kept it in the book because it just fit, because it fit Monty really well. Next question: how do you handle stress? Well, I'm a martial artist, so stress is channeled other ways, and I say this, but because I said something to Dolly earlier, I swing kettlebells and I go on walks. That's how I handle stress. And I don't have that much stress, actually, in my life. I try not to have much stress. We all have stress. I try not to let it get to me too much. Okay, what's a risk? This is all Audrey questions. You guys better step it up. What's a risk you took when you were younger that paid off? Starting my own business was the first one, and marrying my wife that I'm currently with right now next to me.
You need to have that.
I want to, no, because people say, "Oh, really? Which one?" You know. So that was a risk that I took that paid off big time. And starting my own business, because it taught me to be kind of independent, but not depending on. There's something to be said about having your own business because the security isn't always there. So it taught me to live. Actually, it taught me to walk the razor and be on that edge. So yeah. So those are the risks. So those are the questions from Audrey. You guys, I don't know. Davina asks, my husband wants to know, where do you find the time for everything, even without sleep? Do you have some kind of time altering device? I have a time altering device. It's called Dolly. So while I'm sitting and writing, Dolly's wrangling the kids and making sure that I have the time and the space to do the writing that I need to do, in addition to managing the kids, managing the schedule, cooking what needs to be cooked, or making sure everybody's eating, or things like that. She makes coffee for me in the morning. The coffee that I have, today I have the Black Widow mug, in case you haven't seen. She makes my coffee in the morning. So everything that I can do, and I was discussing this with Jonathan Yanes yesterday. Yes, I'm writing, and yes, I'm doing all these books, but it's not happening in a vacuum. So I have someone beside me who helps me, who allows me to do this. I can't just say, "Oh, I just wrote this book." Yeah, but I also have to be able to do everything else, and Dolly facilitates me being able to write the book. So that's how I have the time to do all that. And I also try to steal time, too. Like, I'll wake up extra early. Like, there are times when I have a deadline. Instead of waking up at 6, I'll wake up at 4. That means 2 extra hours, you know? And like Chris says, marriage is complicated. It's a complex dynamic dance between the two people, you know? So, yeah, like Dolly's saying, it's like in school. There's always that one student that you know will do the homework when everyone else doesn't do the homework. That's Audrey. Yes. Yeah. So Dolly says, when I need more chapters to read, I'll make his coffee extra, extra black and even add some sugar so that I get even extra Death Wish power. So to answer your husband's question, I steal time where I can, or I don't want to say steal, but we find the time. If we really want it, we'll definitely, find the time. So I'll find the time when I can. If I know I have to make a deadline, I will wake up extra early or work extra late. Like the last few days, I was pushing it because I wanted to get the book really done. So, yeah, play less video games. I'll play less Destiny. I haven't watched Netflix in how long? Oh, God. Oh, my God. The answer was, oh, my God. That's how long it's been. Because I watch Netflix. I don't watch Netflix alone. I try not to. When I watch Netflix, it's episodes, shows that Dolly and I are watching. We always watch shows together. So I don't watch it by myself. So I haven't watched Netflix in, oh, my God. That's how long. So I won't eliminate, but I'll postpone those things to get to the writing. And so that's why. And then I take walks, I train. All these things help the writing. So that's where I find the time. Tell your husband, Davina, that if he really wants to do something, the time is there, but we just kind of have to kind of juggle and shuffle other things around. It's just the way it is. And have someone by your side who understands. When Dolly met me, she knew I was writing. So she maybe hadn't seen any evidence of it really, but she knew that I was writing. So it's like that. So yeah, I try not to watch next. The last thing I saw alone was what? The power thing. Yeah, but we haven't seen Supernatural forever. We haven't seen Supernatural forever. We're like we're on season 5 out of 15. So it's oh my God. Welcome, Timothy. Oh, we got like what, 5 minutes? Is it 5 minutes we have? No. Oh my God, we have like 20 minutes. Yay! That's awesome. All right, some more questions, guys. Come on. Or comments. It doesn't have to always be questions. Don't feel pressured that it has to be a question. It could be a comment. What stands out for you guys in the Monty and Strong books? Why do you find them so appealing? Here you go. There's a question for me. From me. What is it that you like about Monty and Strong? Go. I haven't seen before, no. But I will now, Tina. Thank you. I love anime. I watch a lot of anime. Dolly knows I like to watch anime. I think she's even seen some anime with me. Yeah, so. Oh, tell Ayrton congratulations, Davino. And to keep going, is there a gold reading badge that he can get? A platinum one? Tell him to keep pushing. Yeah, Jenny, if there's some anime that I'll watch by myself, because Dolly doesn't like all anime, but there's some anime she will watch with me. So it's good to have that compromise. And there's some shows like she'll watch, what is it? Gilmore Girls? She'll watch Gilmore Girls. Like Gilmore Girls. I will not watch Gilmore Girls. I don't care. Who is it? Dean? Who is it? Dean is in it? Sam? Sam is in it. Before he was Sam. I still won't watch Gilmore Girls. So there are things we watch separately, for sure. I will not watch Gilmore Girls. No. And there's another one you watched that you... Which one is it? There's a few that I'll be like, eh. Dan says, Constantine 2 with Keanu. Thoughts? Yes. If it's with Keanu, yes. Definitely. That world has so much to explore, the Constantine world, that it's, yeah, definitely. I say green light it, for sure, Dan. Yeah. All right, let's see. Oh, okay. Audrey says they support for each other. Yes, they do support each other. That's important to me. If you haven't noticed by now, the theme in every Monty and Strong story is family. If you had to describe Monty and Strong in one word, it's family. So that's the strong theme in Monty and Strong. Oh, well, that's cool. There's a strong theme in Monty and Strong. That's the connecting theme in Monty and Strong. It's family. Not necessarily the family you're born into, but the family that you make, the family that you choose. I like Monty and Strong because they are imperfect, they're both flawed, and things don't always tie up nicely. The actions have consequences. Yeah. Starting from Tomb Yards and Butterflies. Actually, starting from No God is Safe. No God is Safe, even though I wrote it after Tomb Yards and Butterflies, really does, they have ripple effects. Like I've told Chris, the Monty and Strong is very much like the world. You drop a pebble in the pond and the ripples go out. That's how I try to do Monty and Strong. So the ripples go out and sometimes you don't know how far they touch. So Chris goes, yes, women have weird taste in TV. I'm going to go with yes on that one, but don't kill me. Okay. Tina says, I like the interaction of Simon and Monty with the brotherly teasing and backing each other up. It reminds me of me and my brother. Yes, if you were fortunate enough to have a sibling that got on your nerves and irked you consistently, but when the chips were down, was the first one to stand by your side, that is Monty and Strong. So it's like that. Exactly, Chris. Yeah, it is a family you choose. Because sometimes the family you're born into, it can be tough. But as you get older, you start making a family too. You start choosing a family, people around you. And so that's what Monty and Strong is really about. That theme of family and the family you choose, Let's see. Audrey says I have to watch most sci-fi paranormal shows by myself, but my husband is getting into some. Like, yeah, get started with Supernatural, and he'll get into the other stuff. Supernatural is kind of open for everyone. Yeah. Malcolm says M&S ripples are even reaching Sepia's universe. Yes, they are. They really are. Let's see. Jeanette says, but then I'm the weird female that was into science. That's not weird. That's just different. I knew a lot of females. I had a lot of female friends growing up that were into sci-fi and fantasy and would read heavy metal with me. So it's not weird. It's just different. Wow, Jeanette, you have Glenn A. Larson books for Battlestar Galactica. That's way, way, way back. That's amazing. Wow, Paige, Star Blazers. I haven't thought about that anime in forever. Let's see. Mark says I like M&S because of the great support characters: Master Yacht, Chi, Ezra, TK, LD, Dex. Cannot wait for the Sid Rat stories. Every character in the M&S world has a story. I tried to do that. I didn't want to create any throwaways, except maybe Henry. You'll know what that means. Poor Henry. You know what that means when you read Walking the Razor. But I try not to create any throwaway characters. Every character has a story. Every character has a backstory. And so that's the world it is. Even the support if you notice, most of those support characters, a lot of them have their own stories. So, like series, really. Jeanette says, unpopular opinion here. Supernatural is nasty in overall thematic elements. I don't know what that means, but we've noticed that the series has gotten different over the seasons, right? It was like the earlier seasons were really good, and then it started getting really strange, and so we're sticking with it, but we'll see how far we can go. We didn't finish Grimm, right? We didn't finish Grimm. We started Grimm together, and then after a while we're like, yeah, no. And I liked Grimm at the beginning, the show Grimm, but it was like, not so much now. Huh? Oh yeah, and Dolly likes to do this thing about wikiing things, so she'll be like, it's not that good. And like, well, why don't you want to watch it now? I already know. I'm like, huh? So these things happen. Yes, but Star Blazers was a great anime. I used to watch it every afternoon. That's way back. That's old anime. Page. Let's see. Chris says we're all stories in the end. Just make sure yours is a good one. That's very true. We're all stories. And I've always said story moves the world. I used to have it up. I got to put it back up because story moves the world. Story moves the world. Everything is based on story. So I'm a strong believer of that. The world needs story. And that's why everything that you see is based on a narrative, on a story. And a narrative is just a story. So story is the engine that moves the world. Yeah, it's true. So let's see. Davina's saying, my husband is laughing about Dolly doing the wiki thing. It's true because we'll be watching an episode of something and then I see her on her phone. I'm like, what are you doing? Nothing. And I see she's like, Wikipedia. I'm like, hello, can we just watch the episode? And she's like, yeah, but I need to see if this happens. I'm like, okay. So, and then there's some episodes that she'll have to wiki it first. It's we're all different that way. All right, here we go. Let's see. I like M&S because of Warriors of the Way. If that hadn't happened, and I think it's perfect as it is, I wouldn't be tuning in to. And the feed went down. Let me get back up. Ooh, Ghost in the Shell is excellent, Rebecca. I can't access the feed. Oh, here we go. All right. Because I. So, okay, here we go. I wouldn't be tuning in now, all because I typed martial arts fantasy into a genre. Wow, really? That's awesome that you found it that way, Dan. Spiritual Warriors had to happen that way because that's the way my brain was. It just needed to happen that way. And I have a strong martial arts background, which if you notice, out of all the series, even though there's fighting, Spiritual Warriors is really focused on martial arts. So, I'm glad you found it that way, Dan. Cynthia says I love the original Beauty and the Beast, but didn't really like the remake. I never saw the TV series, so thank you for sparing me that. If you want old school, I've seen the first Doctor and Doctor Who. Wow, Tina, that is old school. That's really old school. Rebecca says, Peaches, I love to read about his adventures. The M&S world is a great place to escape. The characters are well-rounded. Yeah, I try to make it as realistic as possible in the sense of fantasy and the story, but I also try to have real things happening in the stories themselves. Welcome, Vicky. It's okay. You're not late. You're here. If you're here, you're on time. Oh, AC Valhalla here is good. Yeah, I like that. I've been killing people. That's not the kind of thing you want to admit on Facebook if you've been killing. Like, sorry, I'm late. Have been killing lots of people. You want to say I've been on Assassin's Creed Valhalla first, then say I've been killing lots of people, because then you start getting strange looks. Maybe not in the mob, but just in general. Ghost in the Shell is excellent, Rebecca. Let's see. Yeah, I really like Ghost in the Shell. I do. And the movies too. Oh, what was that other movie? Oh, geez. Now it's gonna bother me. It's not Ghost in the Shell, but it was an anime where there's a woman and then she has a robot. Geez, that's really specific. She has a robot assistant. They're like police, and he's really kick-ass and she's really kick-ass. But I forgot. Oh man, they made 2 movies of it. I'll have to look it up now. Damn it. Okay, let's see. It's not. Vampire Hunter D was excellent. I enjoy Vampire Hunter D. But now I gotta remember that anime where it's a woman and a robot partner. He's a big guy, and they made 2 movies, but it's not Tank Police. Tank Police was great too. God, it's awesome that you guys know so much anime. Sometimes it was like the Appleseed. Yes, Davina, that is exactly it. Appleseed, fantastic anime. But I wanted to make a reference, like when I mentioned the esoteric text, like my Kybalion, this one, the Kybalion, and how I was telling Dolly how impressed I was with the amount of eclectic reading and taste that we all have. It's like we all have we've all read these different texts, and it's kind of like how we've all come to these things together. So it's pretty amazing. So it's the same thing like with anime. I'll mention anime, and then you guys will start saying things like, all these different animes that I've watched. It's an amazing thing to see that. Oh, I wasn't the only one that watched these animes. You guys have watched them too. So yeah, I like the Buck Rogers movie. Yeah. Let's see. There's so many animes. Now I have to dig into my anime collection. Go for it, Jenny. Tank Girl. Oh, what about Gunslinger Girl? Have you guys seen Gunslinger Girl? Ninja Scrolls, excellent, Dan, but I can't let the kids watch that one because Ninja Scrolls are really graphic. But Gunslinger Girl is really good too. There's a 1 and a 2. There's 2 seasons of Gunslinger Girl. So I like how our Mob TV has evolved into anime Mob TV. Vicky, Death Note is excellent, and I think they made a live, if I'm not mistaken, a live version of Death Note. So, but it was good. I like Death Note. Oh, Dan, now you're going to classics. Fist of the North Star is an excellent anime, and it's like martial arts. So that was fantastic. I really enjoyed that one. Yeah, that's going way back though. Fist of the North Star, for sure. Come on, any more questions? Let's go. I don't want to have to ask the questions. I want you guys to ask the questions, and I will do my best to answer them. So, go for it. I'll be drinking my Death Wish, as you guys think. Davina says, I don't do anime. I prefer serial killer stuff or Stephen King. I read all the Stephen King up until the Dark Tower series. I think that's when I stopped reading Stephen King. I know he's written stuff after that. I know his recent thing was Mr. Mercedes or something like that. But yeah, I stopped reading Stephen King after a while. I don't know if I outgrew him or I just wasn't as interested in, because I was never scared by Stephen King. He was never horror to me. He was just kind of just different. So I was never scared by him, or Dean Koontz for that matter. So I kind of outgrew reading in that genre long ago. But I read The Stand several times, and it was like this big, paperback, so it was like this. I mean, I'm from the before Kindle. I'm from BK, before Kindles. So a lot of those big books I read without without having it on a device. Malcolm says, what voice actors would you choose for an M&S anime? Jeez, and what style would you prefer? That's a hard one, Malcolm, because, man, that's a tough one. I still think Benedict Cumberbatch could be a great Monty. I think he'd make a good Monty in the voice, especially. I think he kind of has that Monty feel to him. And I still really think Ryan Reynolds would be a great Simon, even as a voice actor. As for the style, I would pick something a little bit more modern. Definitely a Samurai Champloo style, something like that. That would be great. Or even a Cowboy Bebop style. Definitely. Vicky says the last live show you saw was the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Yeah. Tina wants to know, do I put anime references into my books? Not consciously. I don't think I may put them consciously into my books, but probably unconsciously. There's a lot of stuff that I put into my books that readers come back and tell me, oh, I like how you dropped this into the book. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Because a lot of stuff that I put into the book is unconscious. So it just happens because I have so much history of certain things in my head that it comes out in the writing. But I don't think I consciously put anime. Maybe I'll also have Simon start watching some anime. And he can make references to Monty, and he'll be like, what are you talking about? Because Monty won't watch anime, maybe. But he did know what... Oh, did I put that in Walking the Razor? The Highlander? The Highlander reference, there can only be one? It's not Walking the Razor? What is it, Dark Glass? So like the Highlander reference, where... Yeah, it is Dark Glass, jeez. The Highlander reference where Simon is referencing Highlander and rest in peace, Sean Connery, where he's talking about Ramirez and that whole back and forth. It appears like Monty doesn't know about the movie, but he really does. So I'll do things like that. So we'll see. Maybe anime can do that too. I can definitely do that with some of the better known and even some of the obscure anime. Let's see. That's fair. I think the reason some of his books are so long is because he doesn't know how to write an ending. Which books are these, Davina? Steven? Yeah, I think so. But Steven's style of writing is very pants. He's a pantser. He doesn't outline his books. He just, according to Stephen King, he just sits down and writes, and the story comes to him as he's writing. So it's like, when the first book I ever did like that was The Spiritual Warrior, which is why The Spiritual Warrior goes everywhere in every direction. It's hard to write like that after a while because everything you want to go in all these different directions. And I think you're right, Davina. I think he just doesn't know how to end the book, and so the books get to be massive tomes. That was my first contact with Orlando. You read what? What are you talking about? Yes, Chris. A lot of people have that reaction when they first meet me. Aside from from the initial impression that I look like I'm going to crush someone. Jeanette says it's interesting to see how culture references come up and looking at how people in the future may have difficulty translating the underlying meanings. Yeah, it's true. For sure. And culture references shape perspectives and opinions. Definitely. Let's see. Well, we'll see Monty indulging in one of his guilty pleasures. I don't know what his guilty pleasures are, so we'd have to see what they are for him to indulge in them. Who is on my mug? This is one of the original drawings of Black Widow. This is actually Dolly's mug, not my mug. My mug has Iron Man. This is my mug. We switched mugs today. This is my mug. As you can see, Dolly drinks tea. So... this is a Black Widow. I want to say Jack Byrne, but it doesn't look like a Jack Byrne. Maybe Jim Kirby. I don't know. It's one of the original Black Widow drawings. And on the other side it says, I can take care of myself. Thank you. And Black Widow certainly can. Yes. So that's who's on my mug, Vicky. The Dark Tower ending was a big letdown. Yes, Darren, I agree. I think it was like what Davina says, he didn't know how to wrap it up. And the movie was actually interesting, but it could have been a lot better. Black Butler. Oh, Black Butler is excellent. Yes. Yes. He might watch Black Butler, Tina, for sure. Will we see Monty indulging in one of his guilty pleasures? Like I said, I don't know what his guilty pleasures would be, but if he has them, he would definitely indulge in them. Authors like Stephen King are a lot easier to read on Kindle, Davina says. The size of the books is a real problem for me. I have joint issues. Oh, I see. Yeah, so it's easier on Kindle. You just have to hold a device. I get it. Jeanette says, damn, husband's not here. He could tell you who drew it. Des is very much... Oh, yeah, see, because when I was really into comics, I could tell you a cover, just from seeing the cover, I could tell you who the artist was. But I'm not into comics that much anymore. When I was younger, yeah, I could tell you I could tell you the covers, the artists, just by looking at the covers. Especially in the Batman and early Marvel. I could definitely do that. But not anymore, because it's changed so much. But in this art, I could probably look it up and find out who the artist was. Dark chocolate hobnobs. I'm guessing hobnobs is a UK thing. So, you know what, Dan? You're right. It wouldn't be a clash if you didn't type Silk is the man, because we all know Silk is the man for sure. Jeanette, I had a steamer trunk full of comics. You know what a steamer trunk is like? Those big trunks. Yeah, I had one of those full of comics in addition to other comics, like bags full of comics. I collected a lot of comics. My eldest group, the eldest pack of the tribe, has the comics. Let's see. Chris says, that's why I switched to Kindle, because I couldn't hold a real book for long. This is what I read on now, a phone like this. I read on my phone because it's just as easy, and I don't even carry a Kindle. It's smaller than the Kindle, but I can read easily on my phone. So, yeah. It's amazing how it goes. Like, it evolves from that. Because not even the Kindle's too big. The Kindle's about the size of this book. Like this big. That's about the size of a Kindle now, the Oasis. And even that's like, I'd rather read on my phone. Fine. Let's see. Jenny says you can get hobnobs at the World Market. Okay, cool. Again, I'm guessing this is a UK thing. So, let's see. Daz keeps telling me when he passed him to cremate his night. Ooh, really? Issue 94? He would cremate that? Tell him that's sacrilege. He can't cremate that one. He can donate it to a museum, though. Audrey says Conan art. Frank Frazzetti. Yes, Frank Frazzetti. There's another one that was similar to Frank Frazzetti. That kind of did similar art to Frazetta. And that was amazing, that art. He has this sign by Stan Lee. Yeah, you can't cremate that. You crazy? No. You know how valuable that is right now? He needs to save that, let it appreciate some more, and then maybe sell it and buy a house. I should send you some British biscuits and snacks. You can send them to Dolly. She loves all that stuff. She'll take any care packages. So definitely send her some. And like I discovered biscuits for one of the Monty Strong books. Like, I think I had Peaches eat the biscuits when Professor Zilla was visiting. Monty was looking for biscuits, and I didn't know that biscuits are like cookies, or are they really cookies? Because biscuits here in the U.S. are bready type things, and so I was like, oh, what is this? So I had to kind of look into that. For sure, Jenny. Yeah, if you cremate that, many nerds may storm from the field. You cannot cremate X-Men number 94. That will get you in so much trouble. Tell Des that's a no. No. Davina says, I like to use different devices for different things, so that if a device gets fried, I can still... It's smart, because you want to diversify. Yeah. Yes, Davina. Peaches, see, even the word digestives, I'm like, what the heck are digestives? What are these things? So I had to look them up, and... It's a good thing because I have like Davina, I have Penny, I have Carrie, I have a few people in the UK mob. So when I ask these UK-based questions about what Monty would say or act or ingest, I can ask you guys who are in the UK mob, and you can get like, yeah, that's not gonna work. Oh yeah, that would work. Tina says, what style do you think you would like for M&S Comics? Probably something like a Frank Miller style. I think I would like to see a graphic novel done that way. A little bit more noirish, minimal. If I could get Frank Miller to illustrate and write an M&S comic, that would be like, yeah, bucket list. Gene says, Des has been told that, and I don't intend to do so, but he can't destroy number 94. Tell him I will go visit him, even in Australia, if he does that. Heather says, Simon blamed Peaches for eating the digestives. Yeah. I do not have a UK mob page, Vicky. I have a UK mob division, which is all the UK people who are in the mob currently. So there's a lot of people from across the pond from me, obviously, that are in the mob. And they would call me, like when I first started Two Mules and Butterflies, I would say, would Monty say something like this? And they would go, no, Monty would not say something like that. So the UK mob was born that way. Darren, that would be a fantastic comic if Frank Miller could do a Monty and Strong comic. No, Chris, I have to find an illustrator. It's not a lot harder than, easier said than done. But Keanu Reeves did Berserker. He kickstarted it, and apparently it's doing really well. So I have to figure. Boris Vallejo, yes, Audrey. Boris Vallejo was similar to Frank Frazetta. Those two were very similar, and it was incredible. I don't know who Virus Vallejo is, but I'm gonna go with Boris, and you had autocorrect help you. Yeah, Boris Vallejo was fantastic. You could almost interchange the two, Boris and Frank, because the art was so similar. But they were incredible. Boris Vallejo was incredible. I'll put some up next Thursday of Boris Vallejo if I remember. Tina says I was thinking it would be an amazing manga. Yeah, manga would be great because it has an ongoing story. Yeah, it would be great as a manga, but I'd have to find a manga artist because that's not something I would do. So yeah, it does that. Autocorrect gets all of us. Luis Royo is also very good, Malcolm. Yeah, I like Luis. He's an excellent artist. And Michael Whelan. I think I met Michael Whelan, if I'm not mistaken, at a Comic-Con long ago. But it's been a long time. So I don't know I remember if it was him. But the name is really familiar in terms of as someone that I met. Okay, guys, oh my God, we're at the end. Jeez. It goes by so fast, I anticipate them like weeks in advance, and then when we're actually in the episode, it goes by so quickly. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap this up. If you have any questions, you can drop them in the mob or save them for our next episode. And I put up the event super late this time because Dali said, "Hey, you didn't put up an event notice," and I was like, "Yes, I did." She's like, "No, you didn't," and I was like, "Yes, I did," and she's like, "Here." And she showed me the phone, and she showed me the Facebook page. She's like, "No, you didn't." So I will put up an event notice quick this week or next week, early next week, so we have the event notice going, and we can put questions there if you need to. Have a fantastic weekend, guys. Listen, it's our city is under lockdown again, and I'm sure other cities are, and other parts of the world are under lockdown. So please be safe, be sane, use your common sense. Wear your mask, wash your hands, social distance. I know Thanksgiving is coming up, at least in this country, next week. But really, give your thanks that you're here and that, you don't have to bring your family over. Celebrate the way other people are doing it, through Zoom or Skype or even on the phone. Don't expose people that don't need to be exposed to, this virus unnecessarily. Be excellent, be awesome, take care of yourself, take care of your family, but really, take the precautions you need. Have a great weekend. The art will be out. The art for Walking the Razor is like Sunday night. I'm going to sneak it in. And you'll have all next week to read Walking the Razor. Leave your notes, leave your comments, leave your fantastic insights. And then it'll go live early December because next week is the last week of November. And then after that, the art for They Bite will be out. So you guys have like back-to-back arts, which is awesome. And then I jump into the next book of Sepia and the next book of Monty and Strong and the next Nixia White, but that won't be out for a while. So great, guys. What Zoya, come. My Valkyrie likes to say goodbye too. So come on, show your amazing self over here. Come on. Where are you? Say bye.
Bye.
Ow. All right, guys. Be excellent and have a great weekend. Bye.